Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. On this episode, I'm reviewing Rewind It Back by Liz Tomforde. This is the fifth book of the Windy City series, and I was so interested in getting to know Rio's story from all the glimpses we saw of him in all the books. He seemed like the chill and funny guy, but he had such an intense and lovely backstory with Allie. When Allie was 11, her family moved next door to Rio's. When she was 13, he was her first crush. When she was 16, they fell for each other. And when she was 19, they broke each other's hearts. 6 years later, Ellie landed an internship with a big name interior designer in a new city. Unfortunately, that city just so happens to be the one he plays hockey for. She thought Chicago was big enough to avoid him until she gets the surprise of a lifetime and unknowingly move in right next door. Even worse, the renovation project she's assigned to in hopes of turning their internship into her full-time dream job is his house. But how is she supposed to update his bachelor pad into a family home when they can't even stand to be in the same room? She may have loved Rio De Luca once, but she's not that same girl anymore. Rio never thought he would be the only single one left in his friend group, but after years of trying to find love, he's concluded it may not exist for him anymore. That is until he accidentally hires Ellie Hart to renovate his house, and their jaded history has him rewinding memories is kept secret for years. And there's something that his friends don't know. That connection he has been looking for since he moved to Chicago, that one person some search their entire lives to find, he had already found her when he was 12 years old. And now the only girl he's ever loved is moving into the house next door. Again, I was so excited to complete the series, and what a way to end it. I was so curious with Rio's story because we see him in the background of his friends' stories, but there was something about him that really made me so interested in getting to know him and his story with Allie. Before sharing my review of it, I gotta say that I really loved how Lisa created this story and the way she wrote the book. I love to read the present story, but also to get their past story and to learn along the way what really happened between them and how their relationship became from kids to adults, and to know what happened to break them up and what was the catalyst for them to stop talking. As I was saying, there was something about Rio that always made me so intrigued. He was always on the back of the stories of the other characters, especially with Sanders and in these stories. His obsession with Ryan in The Right Move was truly one of the most hilarious things ever, but for me it was the sweetness and true friendship he developed with Indy that made me fall in love with him. So I was sure that the person that conquered his heart had to be special, and Ellie was truly so special, and it truly made so much sense to me that they were friends as kids and their relationship evolved into love. I love the connection they had together with music and how it was such a beautiful presence to them to share their feelings as kids, teenagers, and adults. I gotta confess that one of my absolutely favorite details was their mixtapes, and the boombox. It was such a lovely way for us readers to see how they were constructing a relationship. Ryu has been one of my favorite characters from the very beginning of the series because he's very funny, a sweetheart, and a lovely mama boy that was always so available for his friends and family. He was such a different character from the very first moment because I was seeing him as a womanizer, and he was just waiting for his true love to come back to him. And Haley was a perfect woman for him. She was a lovely girl that got through so much in her life that she just wanted to follow her dream without the complications of finding her old boyfriend as her neighbor. She was so talented, and she just needed someone to give her freedom to show her work. I really loved how sweet she was, but also how she was never afraid to put Rio into his place. Her love for her father was one of the most emotional things I read on page. Also, I keep saying that I love to see the other couples into the story, and this time around we see Rio as a certified babysitter and such a good friend, always available for his friends, and I really liked how the group all welcomed Ellie into their sunny dinners and into their dynamic. I hope to share my review of In Her Own League pretty soon because I absolutely loved Reese and Monty, and to revisit the other characters from the series. As always, you can like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Rita's Book Club for more content. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Happy readings.